Hey guys, it's John Echo Alpha 7/VE3 IPS. I'm operating portable here in Sevilla, Spain. So anyways, I'm just here at the rooftop pool lounge here. I've got the ICOM 705. I brought my Bieno battery. I brought the 6 amp hour battery, to be within regulations for airlines as far as bringing batteries, because I also brought 3-4 batteries for the radio itself, the BP272s and a 307. And I brought 2 antennas with me, the GRA 7530T Jabil radio. What a great antenna. I have it set up here on the chair using the JAWS mount. And I have it set up on 20. Sorry, I don't have it connected right now, but it's about set up at number 3.5. That's the inductance for the included whip antenna. Kind of realized here I'm under a metal canopy, but we were able to make a couple of contacts, one into Germany and one into Italy using this antenna. And around the 12 mark, I believe it was, I had it set up on 40 meters. There was a G station in Britain that was on, but excuse me, I couldn't hear them. And this time I tried an elevated wire. So the beauty of this antenna is you just kind of move it up and down for maximum noise on the radio, and then you can adjust it a little bit. Inside you could feel a little bit of resistance and a very, very slight clicking. There is a coil inside this unit here. There's a shorting element here, and as you move it up and down, it adds the inductance on it. So very, very great. As you can see, this antenna, based on my hand, it's a couple of hand lengths, fits perfect in my carry-on luggage. Went through security, no problem, and works pretty good. So I just tried it out. I got it just in time for my trip to Spain. Very, very happy with it, and I just added an elevated radial to it to minimize the ground losses, and seems to work pretty good. A couple of contacts, like I said, into Europe from my location here in southern Spain. I'm going to Gibraltar tomorrow, but I don't have reciprocal licensing with Gibraltar. I may bring the radio anyways, just to have a listen to see what happens, but we'll see what's happening for as far as tomorrow. The other antenna that I brought here, and this actually fit into my suitcase, into the checked bag. Again, no problems going through security. I wrapped a sheet of paper on there with my license, my CEPT reciprocal licensing agreement, and seems to fit no problem in my carry-on bag. This antenna, as you can see, has got 4 radios. Typically they lie down on the ground, and it's a full quarter wave on 20 meters. Now the Jabil radio, that thing covers 40 as well too, so I was able to get the SWR down to 1.5 to 1 with that antenna. It is a little bit short. It's only about 6 or 7 feet long. It's what they consider to be a compromise antenna, but nothing wrong with that. I was still able to make contacts. It just means the compromise is it's not a full quarter wavelength as the Chelegance JNC Radio MC750. It was a bigger antenna. I did bring this antenna out to me with an activation out at ES2150, and as well as the Real Alcazar. It is bigger, doesn't necessarily fit in my backpack, it kind of sticks out, but it is a longer antenna, so on 20 meters, a full quarter wave, 16 feet, maybe 16 and a half feet versus the smaller antenna. So a little bit more wire, a little bit more able to radiate, and I was able to get a successful activation with that. This antenna has a spike mount that comes with it, and as you can see, I have it stuck in the flower pot. So this is the new version of the Australian flower pot antenna. Different antennas for different needs. So this is full quarter wave. There is a coil for 40 meters. I did not bring it. And I'm trying to keep my weight down. It is a heavier antenna, but for checked baggage, it's within the 50-pound limit. However, this antenna, the 7530T, is a lot lighter and a lot smaller, fits in my backpack. Actually, would actually fit into my back pocket. It is a shorter antenna, so the signals on it might be a little bit less, but still, like I said, we were able to radiate a signal and make some contacts getting out. What I'd like to try to do is figure out some kind of a bracket assembly to fit onto my WinCamp cage for the 705. I probably could use the jaw mount on it, but I think that might be a little bit overkill and be able to scratch it. So there is a WinCamp bracket that I have for the 705 that does not fit once you put the cage on. So they do have another assembly for it. I think it's around $50-$60, but I wasn't going to have it in time, and I'm kind of reluctant to have the antenna hanging off the back of the radio just because of the length. It's the same with the Comet 350 antenna, or the toy box antennas they tend to call it. That's a nice little antenna too. It does operate a little bit differently though, with tapped coils. However, I find the simplicity of the Gabil to be awesome, because this thing, you just slide it up and down to adjust the SWR. There's no taps, there's no measuring. Just extend the antenna out, tune for maximum noise, and then check your SWR, and you can make some very, very minor adjustments. When you do have it adjusted to where you want it, there's a locking mechanism here that allows you to lock and tighten the antenna. I usually leave it just loose here. There's no play with it going up and down, only because that gives me an opportunity to make some fast band changes. And the band changes can be done very, very quickly with this antenna. So very, very pleased with this antenna, very popular antenna. I know some guys are using it for parks on the air. I think for parks on the air, it would be a great antenna. As you hike into the park, you can set up really quickly, and the JAWS clamp can be mounted to wherever you want. 73s, VE3 IPS, portable Echo Alpha 7 in Sevilla, Spain.